welcome to the Bluecast, where I'm your host, True Blue, aka Alex, alongside my co-host, Snake Nova, aka Terrence, talk over a cast of friends about whatever we want. How's it going, co-host? How do you like the new podcast? It's the same thing, but it's just shorter.
Wow, I can already feel it shorter.
Alright, guys, I'll see you next time. Anyway, today, you know what we were discussing, Terrence?
Pokemon, but $30 more.
Yeah, so I want to say about a month. It's been like a month since the Teal Mask, which was part 1 of the Scarlet Violet DLC expansion pass, whatever you want to call it, came out. First off, let's just get our opinions out of the way. I think the Teal Mask was really fun. I love Ogerpon. The new map was fun. I know a lot of people were complaining about glitches and whatnot. I only noticed a few frame rate drops, really. Like, my gameplay experience wasn't that poorly affected. What is it? Ogre Hustlin'? Ogre Bustin'? What's it called?
Yeah, Ogre Dustin'.
That game mode is fun because it's difficult.
I still haven't got my funny Snorlax.
We both had fun, me and you, just playing that. Not because it's that crazy or anything. It's just dumb.
It's funny.
Yeah. You could turn your brain off and enjoy it like it's Luigi's Mansion Scarescraper, and that's what I get my multiplayer enjoyment in, so.
I like using Scarescraper.
Yeah, that's a story for another day. I can never close a door again.
I can never trust doors again.
Everything with a hinge, I just flip off at this point. Like, I just... So, before... Is there anything you want to say on your Teal Mask experience? Like, what are your thoughts on the DLC? Because we've had a month to really take it in, so...
I honestly... I liked it a lot. Like, if I think it's bad at all, I just think back to Sword and Shield's DLC, and I'm like, damn, the Isle of Armor sucks. This one didn't suck.
I will say, when you can... So I think our opinions are still the same from our Sword Shield times. Isle of Armor was trash, and Crown Tundra was pretty good.
Yeah, Crown Tundra actually was like...
Crown Tundra...
It wasn't the best, but I liked it.
I think Crown Tundra just really reminded me of old school Pokemon with its story about all the legendaries and like catching them all.
I mean, I liked it that it wasn't piss baby easy. And
in my opinion, it really brought me back to like Gen 4, Gen 5 with like all the legendaries you could go out and catch.
Yeah, I enjoyed
that. It really brought me back to that. And on top of that, I think Dynamax Adventures were just a fun side mode. They took forever, but I thought they were really fun. And the amount of shinies that I've gotten from playing that way too much.
You should do it again. Still need to get the charisma.
Oh my god! Don't remind me. I don't even know if I want to boot up that game.
True.
Like,
True.
I'm sorry. When Legends and Scarlet and Violet are sitting on the shelf next to Sword and Shield, I don't want to pick it up. Like, that's such a.
You got all these good games, Sword and Shield.
I'd rather replay Let's Go, and I don't like Let's Go. I've been very adamant about the fact I don't care for Let's Go, but I'd rather replay that than Sword and Shield. To be fair, I've also played Sword and Shield like 4 times at this point.
It's not that I hate Sword and Shield, because I genuinely actually had a nice time.
Here's my thing. I really liked Gen 8's Pokemon, but I think everything else besides it surrounding Gen 8 was kind of mid. Like, for one, I can't even fall back on the anime for my enjoyment, because guess what? We had Journeys.
Yeah. I didn't even watch all the Journeys.
That's a whole other can of worms. We also lost Ash because of it, and that again. But besides that, I don't know. Like, Gen 8 fumbled the bag hard when you go from Sword Shield to BDSP, and it was saved by the miracle that is Legends Arceus in that amazing game.
Legends Arceus is like peak.
That game easily carries Gen 8 and puts it on a pillar. Like, but yes. So Scarlet Violet DLC, I will say, I'm way more excited for the new Pokemon compared to Sword Shield's DLC. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Galarian Slowpoke and Slowbro. Slowking was mid, but Slowbro, my beloved. And then the Legends. But let's see. The first DLC. What do we get? We got a new form of Ursaluna, which is pretty crazy in my opinion.
Love Bloodluna, Ursaluna.
I don't think anyone saw that one. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Like, let's be honest.
Nobody saw it coming besides leakers.
Also, it's busted signature move. Can we throw that out there? The meta. Ogerpon has been sweeping. Blood Moon Ursaluna's new move is broken.
What's its whole gimmick?
What's
the drawback?
What drawback to Ursaluna?
Yeah, no, like, doesn't it have a drawback?
Yeah, it's like Tinkaton. I think you can't do it twice in a row or something. I think it has Tinkaton's drawback where you can't do like Gigaton Hammer.
Simple solution: double battles or Rangaroo using Restruct.
I will say this batch of returning Pokemon there was definitely a lot of bangers.
It's a lot of Johto Pokemon.
I stand by what I said. A lot of bangers. This also isn't my bias because there's a mountain of Sentret and Ferrets walking around, and I absolutely adore this Pokemon. We also got the pre-evolution of Macargo. What's its name again?
Slugmuth.
All right. And then in the next DLC, we're getting the starters back, and oh boy, am I excited for my precious, my baby.
Yeah, Tepig.
Oh, the Baconator. I miss him. Is there anything you disliked about the Teal Mask specifically? Like,
anything I like?
Disliked.
That had to do with disliked.
Yeah. And I'm not, besides the quality, the quality dip that happened because performance issues. Like, besides that.
Honestly, I wish it wasn't as short.
Yeah, fair enough.
A little more,
fair enough.
I wish it was slightly longer.
I will say,
what they do to make it longer.
The Teal Mask story beats out just all of Sword and Shield. Base game, DLC 1, DLC 2, Teal Mask story alone. The fact that there is a story means it's already better than base game, Sword and Shield. But was there a plot to that game? I think the plot was literally like Hop got depressed and then he wasn't depressed. Did anything else happen in the story of that game? Sonia discovered what she wanted to do, which was, man, crazy.
I mean, Hop went from wanting to be champion. There was like, oh wait, I'm not the main.
And then he got humbled.
I can't be champion. So and then he's like, okay, I want to be a professor. I'm just gonna steal whatever Sonia's doing.
Nothing really happened with Marnie.
Didn't she want to be
wasn't her goal to put Spike Myth on the map and not make it
Yeah, she wanted it to be known.
And then who else was there? Bede? Let's be honest, who remembers Bede?
I liked Bede.
I'm sorry, Sword and Shield and the grand scheme of Pokemon is so forgettable.
I like Bede. I don't know why people don't like him. I liked him.
He's blue, but don't put any sense of take only the stupid lines Blue had in Gen 1, but just make that the character.
I don't know, he was silly, and then he became a fairy type.
Yeah, and then yeah, that just was the game. And then Scarlet Violet, I mean, what do I need to say? Arvin, that whole side plot alone. Oh my god.
Dog.
When does the game get sad?
When does the game get? You were even there for that.
I really liked. Well, actually, no. I was gonna say I really liked Penny's story. I just like Penny. I thought she was funny, but Team Star as a whole, tuck me in bed. Tuck me in bed when Team Star's story starts going on screen. Like,
Yeah.
and I, you know my bias. I love Nimona. I think she's like the best rival.
It's Goku.
Yeah, I love Nimona. She's awesome. Pokemon wrote the best rival. Like, that's like hot take. Nemona's the best rival. It's just female Goku, but replace Super Saiyan with like Pomni. I love Nimona. She's great.
I do too.
Also, I really hope, I strongly hope Nemona's in the second part of the DLC, because it's it's all about battling strong trainers. You can't tell me Nimona isn't. I just want, even if it's like a brief appearance, I just want Nimona to be there, like, just freaking out, be like, it's time. Let's go.
I get why she wasn't. I get why she wasn't in Kitakami, because like it was a raffle. It's like, oh, you just the main protagonist.
To be fair, no characters had anything to do there besides ourselves. Like, no, there's nothing to do there, like plot wise.
All of them, like, I forgot her name already, but
Kieran and Kieran's sister.
Yeah, I forgot Kieran's sister's name.
That's Terrence. Last time we played, we literally could go and talk to her and get her name, but we still just always refer to her as Kieran's sister.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can't see her anymore. She went to Blue Academy.
True.
We gotta wait till the DLC comes out now.
Again, I'm so happy. Okay. Here's one of my big things with the first DLC, or Sword and Shield's DLC. Part 1 and 2, completely disconnected, completely so random from the main game. This DLC, at the very least, yes, it's separate from the main game, but the two parts are connected, and the fact that we had Kieran going for his own plot, which is progressing the story, and you're making these new allies that continue with you for the story, just like in the base game. And mind you, the base game story was really good, in my opinion, except Team Star. They kind of flopped hard with that one, because I just didn't care about anyone but Penny. Even then, I only really cared for Penny once you post game, or post game in quotes. The final segment.
I still don't care for Penny.
I thought she was cool. I liked Penny. I just liked her remarks. Her interactions with Arvin and Nimona, I thought were pretty entertaining. That was like the big save for me on her character. Like, I just really liked her interactions with the other characters that I just liked. Also, we're also getting like Superman 64 in the second DLC, right? Coretta Miraidon can fly now or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, can I be honest? If we got something really like difficult, like ogre bussin', yeah, sure. If we got something really difficult again, but the reward this time was just, you can fly now, like no limit, you could just fly. That'd be awesome. I know the main area, like the main map, could not handle that if you were just flying around. I know the game would crash, and that's probably the reason why most want this to be a full-on feature, because I know the game's not going to handle it. You're going to go too high, and the game's just going to literally just crash completely. Like, full system shutdown. Oh, yeah, and, what are your thoughts on the Teal Mask Pokemon, the new ones that we got so far?
Which ones did we get?
We have the Loyal 3, Ogerpon. I want to say Driplin so bad. Diplin. Blood Moon Ursaluna.
Alright, so I absolutely love Blood Moon Ursaluna. Diplin, okay, I know it, like, it can evolve again because it has the Eviolite stuff, and then like leaks say that it's supposed to evolve again. But like Diplin by itself, I don't really care for it. It's just Applin but more, and Applin was already cute enough. Poltergeist and Sinistra.
Oh, right! I forgot the T. The T, yeah.
Honestly, I don't really care for them. Like they're cool and all, but I don't really care for them. You can barely see their shiny. Um, who am I missing? Am I missing anybody?
The Legends.
Oh yeah. Okay. Ogre Pond. Yes. That is
That's
it.
it. Can I be honest? I haven't seen a single person who hasn't played everyone who's played the DLC. Everyone comes out of it so far that I've witnessed, and just I like Ogrepon. That's it. I just like Ogrepon. No one's had a negative opinion after the DLC. In my experiences, at least, everyone's just Ogrepon's great.
Ogre Pond literally is great.
Who doesn't love a meta sweeping Pokemon? Just a little guy, just a little friend.
Its signature move literally bonks you on the head.
Also, it's adorable Pokemon. It's not even yes, it's a legendary, but in Pokemon, in the world of Pokemon, it's whatever.
We say legendary, but legendary doesn't mean they're godlike. It just means there's only one of them in the entire region. They're rarity.
I want to take that quote. I want to take that quote and then boot up Let's Go Pikachu and fly around and see 3 Moltres.
Alright, we don't talk about. Let's Go does not count. Let's Go has an ecosystem of Thunderbirds flying around.
Me looking at the Galarian birds, saying, "Wait a minute."
I can find their cousins in Kanto everywhere. I look to the corner.
Again, I really love anyone who talks about legendaries, and I immediately point to those and the Reggies. The Reggies have caves in 3 regions. Yeah, 3 regions they have caves.
Which caves are they in?
There's a set of caves in the OG Gen 3, Gen 5, and
Gen 5.
Crown Tundra.
They're also in the Gen 3 remakes.
Well, no, those are remakes of the OGs. I'm saying completely separate games. They're not connected in the slightest. 3 times have they had their own set of caves.
Just you wait for the not Crown Tundra,
the Teal. Oh my god, you go deep into the campus and you just find the Reggies chilling.
They're just chilling. It's a Regigigas form.
Reggie, he's just there. He is the source of the power of the campus. He's the power source. They plugged him in.
The professors took Regieleki and made him the power source for their time machine. It's a new form of Regieleki because it used so much energy that it took the power.
We need to write this down. We need to do a podcast where we just talk about legendary Pokemon and how absurd some of them are.
Yeah, honestly, I'm down for that.
Me looking legendaries. There's only one in each region. Me looking at the legendary birds again, huh.
Man.
Yeah, there's only one Mewtwo in existence. Me playing X and Y, running into Mewtwo casually. Yes. Wait, no, the legendary birds are in that game too. Wait. I just remembered that. Mewtwo and the legendary birds are in X and Y.
Well, true, but you can only get one of them in X and Y. Also, I'd like to imagine that each of these games... I know, there's a supposed timeline for these games, but I'd like to imagine all these are just in different universes.
I like to think it's a timeline, and it's just... There's multiple birds, and at some point, one of the professors is going to see all of these 10-year-olds with their own set of the birds and just be like, are you sure they're legendary?
Yeah, they're starter Pokemon now.
Yeah. Liko pull it up. Liko pull it up to Professor Oak. Be like, "What are the starters?" Oak pulling up with Zapdos, Moltres, Oh. Words.
Man.
Oh yeah, DLC, right? Yeah. How do you feel about the Loyal Three? That's what they're called, right? The Loyal Three.
Yeah, the Loyal 3. Honestly, I'm more invested in the fourth member.
So I'm so based when it comes to the Teal Mask. For
I
one,
like Okie Dokie the most because he's funny.
I just like trying.
don't
I like
care about
pronouncing their names
Monkey
more than the Pokemon themselves. Their names are just fun.
Okie Dokie, Monkey Door, Reef is in the pity.
They're just fun. But so all the Pokemon, Blood Moon, Ursaluna. I love new forms to old Pokemon. This one is just really cool. The fact there's a whole side plot with Adaman's descendant and she's a baddie. I'm kidding. What else is there? The T was cool. I didn't really have much opinion on it, but I just think it's better than the original. Just my opinion. I just think it's cooler. Diplin is funny to me because it's like Driplin, and Driplin is a hilarious name. So that's why it's up there on the list. And then for the legendaries, I am so based, so absolutely based. Because for one, I just love Ogerpon. Ogerpon, they sold me on in the DLC. But then the Loyal Three, which you're meant to hate, well, they're all based off of the folktale of Momotaro. And, you know, I actually know about that, so it was cool seeing it, realizing Pokemon. But for those who don't know, I love Super Sentai, and my favorite season is the one whose aesthetics and everything come from that folktale as well. And a pink monkey, a pinkish bird, and then the green and black dog who was primarily black. It's just the Super Sentai team. It's just the team. So I have external connection. So I love all of them. And then who doesn't love Ogerpon? So this DLC really was like perfect for me. It brought everything that I wanted. The only thing missing was Tepig. But that's the next wave. So, you know, honestly, like a 9 out of 10 for me. If there was Tepig, it'd be a 10 out of 10.
Second DLC, my friend. Second DLC.
I guess it doesn't help that our bars are just in hell because our only comparison is Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. Isle of Armor doesn't even feel like DLC, honestly. That's a casual Tuesday for a Pokemon player, really. Like, that is not DLC. So I'll give it to them. The Pokemon selection of returning Pokemon, goated Pokemon. They brought back so many goated Pokemon. I think it's more of a crime that most of them weren't in the base game. And then Galarian Slowbro. Absolutely love that Pokemon. Kubfu, Urshifu, they're pretty sick. I don't really have much to say about them. I know the whole thing was like trying to get you to connect to them, but let me do a quick comparison. Teal Mask, connect to Ogerpon. Isle of Armor, connect with Kubfu. You tell me a single thing about Kubfu's story, right? You tell me a single thing you did with that Kubfu back in the Isle of Armor. I'll wait. Cool. Anyway, tell me about the Teal Mask. Oh yeah, I can probably... It's just the plot of the game. They tied it perfectly. Whereas in the other one, Kubfu was just kind of there. Also, he was the secret armor on the Isle of Armor. Did they have... Okay, let me throw this out there. That's so dumb. It's called the Isle of Armor. Cool. Why is Kubfu the armor? What kind of... He doesn't even get armor. He gets a new fighting style. No, that has nothing to do with armor. There's nothing to do with armor on that DLC. Crown Tundra as a name at least makes sense when the main focus is Calyrex with his crown, the king. And then the Teal Mask. Ogerpon's mask, which is teal, I guess. It works. But then we have the Isle of Armor. It's an island, yes. There's no armor.
Maybe the real armor with the friends you made along the way.
I didn't make any friends. I made hatred.
Friend with Kubfu.
Here's my response. I don't care about Kubfu. I don't care about Avery or Clara. There's no friends to be made. There is no friends.
Avery and Clara weren't even friends. They didn't do anything.
Yeah. And then Honey and Mustard were a funny pun, but I didn't really feel much towards them besides that. And then our returning character in this DLC was Hop. He did nothing. And then we got Sonia, and she was at least somewhat part of one of the stories in the Crown Tundra, so that was cool. How many minutes has it taken for... I like how this podcast was like, we're going to talk about the Teal Mask, and most of it's just been us, specifically me, talking about why the Isle of Armor sucks.
That's good.
I'm sorry. Isle of Armor is the most disappointment I think I've felt as my entire experience of being a Pokemon fan. And then Crown Tundra, I was so expecting nothing that the Crown Tundra being any semblance of something made me happy. And then I realized it was actually just fun. Like, I just enjoyed the Crown Tundra a lot. And then the Teal Mask also was a lot of fun. And I would rate the Teal Mask as a whole higher than the Crown Tundra. But the fact that Dynamax Adventures was in the Crown Tundra, you know, that's the only area in the game now. If I ever boot up Sword and Shield, I'm only in the Crown Tundra now because of that mechanic. Teal Mask, I have no reason to be there besides, like, if there's, the Pokemon. Because you kind of run out of things to do pretty easily in that in the DLC. And I get it. You know, it's not meant to be forever. But... Anything you want to throw out there on Pokemon DLC?
Sword and Shield bad. Scarlet Violet good.
Okay, well, is there anything more specific you want to throw out in the DLC?
Isle of Armor bad. Crown Tundra good.
God. Could you give a bit of your reasoning?
Isle of Armor don't have good stuff in it. Therefore, it's bad.
Terrence, in your opinion, what was the armor? What is the armor?
The armor is the real friends you made along the way, which is the random Psyduck I caught on the beach.
I thought you'd say Route 210. I was like, not that. No.
No, there's no Route 210 in that game.
The only redeeming part about BDSP is Psyduck, and that's not even a Gen 4 Pokemon.
Gen 1 Pokemon.
Well, is there anything you want to throw out there before I wrap up?
If you have $30, don't use it on Sword and Shield.
Honestly, valid.
If you have $30, use it on the better Pokemon DLC.
I will say,
or better yet, use it to buy.
Save your money for another $30 and get Legends instead.
Okay, true. But if you want a DLC that's like really good, use your $30 on Rayman and the Phantom Show.
Or save your money, buy Sonic Frontiers, and get everything for free, because that was all updates.
Profit.
I will say though, GBA DS, they gave us third versions. People loved them, but it was.
I mean, DLC is essentially the third version.
I know. I just want to throw this out there. I know a lot of people don't like that they went with the DLC route. I just want to say. Here's how I look at it.
Pay $60
yeah, here's how I look at it. Right, we're gonna rough estimate Diamond, Pearl 40 when they came out, Platinum 40, whatever. You just want one game. It is now 60. Both games is 120. That was the previous total for the 3 games, and then the DLC. And I can live with one version, one set of DLC. Heck, both versions and one DLC, and you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. Buying a whole other game and playing through it on top... put it this way. Imagine BDSP came out as the new game this year, and then we had to play through that, but with Platinum. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm going to be honest.
Oh my god.
So I can live with the DLC, And as long as Pokemon Company continues to work on bettering their games and hopefully fixing the performance issues, because that was something. I don't know. I think Pokemon's going in a good direction. I like Scarlet Violet. I think the Teal Mask was good. I'm very excited for Terapagos. I don't remember the name of the second DLC. I'm going to be honest. I just know it's the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero Part 2, and I just don't remember.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. I'm excited because, for one, I also want to throw this out there. Sword and Shield absolutely babied you in the DLC. This DLC, you beat the game. Good luck.
Oh
Good luck.
Fighting level 7. Oh my god. It was actually, like, some of the, like, I won't say the regular trainers are bad, but, like, some of the, like, ogre clan guys. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they were hard to beat my ass.
I really hope that they go further and we're getting level 90s in the next DLC. I want to fight. I want to actually play Pokemon again. All right. I know it's kind of my own fault for having my Pokemon be like level 100, but to be fair, I just 100% the OG Scarlet Violet. It happened naturally. I can't control that. So I do really hope that they just scale the Pokemon and it's brutal. I want this. I want the second part of this DLC to suck in the best way possible. I want this to be the trial from Sonic Frontiers. The one before the final boss. That one, God, that sucked.
What are we talking about?
Oh, did you not play that far yet?
What are we talking about? I thought we spaced out.
The Sonic Frontiers DLC? Or part the third?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you get to the trial where you had to fight the 3 bosses back to back?
Oh.
Did you or did you not?
Yes.
Did you have fun with that?
Oh.
I'll take that as a no. Alright, with that being said, thank you, Terrence, for joining me. Talking about Pokemon DLC.
You're welcome. I will not be doing this again.
What do you mean you won't be doing this again?
I have better places to be. I'm moving fandoms.
Oh, you're saying you don't want to talk about Pokemon. I thought you were just saying, like, I'm leaving the podcast, I'm done.
Yeah, this is my last podcast. It does not kindle joy anymore.
This sucks! I hate it! Well, thank you again for joining me. Tune in next month. We don't have a topic planned for next month, but
Yes.
we'll think of something. Maybe we'll talk about the FNAF movie. We're watching that next week. Maybe we'll talk about the FNAF movie. No promises, though. Anyway, again, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to share and subscribe. See y'all next time. True Blue out. Also, have a lovely day, everyone.
Bazinga.